it's Lumos back for another solve. I'm super excited to be here. Once again, I have been given a puzzle on the recommendation of BremSter. He says that his testers have said that this puzzle has been really good and really interesting, and that, quote, he cannot hog all of the really cool puzzles. So here I am, solving what I'm hoping to be a really cool puzzle, and what I've been told is. So this is 3 Degrees of Freedom by Jeremy Dover. And well, I guess I can let's get through the rules, right? So first of all, we've got normal Sudoku rules apply, meaning that in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 through 9 must appear without repetition. We've also got this quadruple rule, which I've solved a couple of on the channel. That means that digits that exist in this little circle must be placed at least once in the 4 cells that touch this circle, meaning that I have to place all of 3, 5, and 6, but they can be in any order. I could, if they're like on a line like this, I could theoretically place one of them on twice, etc. So I just they have to exist somewhere in this square, and if there's a way they can appear twice, they can appear twice, although they don't have to. I've also got these thermometers, so, well, let's see. Let's hope I can. Okay, you guys see this. So I've got a thermometer. I've got a couple of really long ones. So along Thermos, digits must strictly increase from the bulb to the tip. That means I could put in something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that would fully satisfy that thermo, but they do not actually have to be consecutive. So if I wanted to, I could do 9 right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. They don't all have to be consecutive with each other. They just have to increase. So without further ado, I guess I will get to solving. Let's give this a shot. So I think... All right, so I've got this thermo and this thermo, which are like mirrors of each other. And they've also got like these two that mirror each other. But what's interesting about these two is that they are inside a box that is restricting which digits can go on this thermo. Like if I have to have 4, 7, and 9 in this quadruple, then they can't be on this thermo. So when I go through and mark up my thermo, I will not be able to place 4, 7, and 9 on there. So let's go through and mark it up. Let's just put all of the potential options on there. This could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These could be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. But let's start over here. So if I can't have a 4 on any of these, then my lowest possible combo would be 1, 2, 3, 5, and this could not be a 5. It could be a 6, so I could go 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. With 7s, I'm gonna have to pull a 7 off of all of those. Let's see, what does that do? Does that change anything? Means that this can't be a 6, because there wouldn't be anything to be greater than, and can't be a 5, because there wouldn't be anything here to be greater than that. And then this can't be a 9, which means that 8 is actually the highest digit that could go on this thermo. Means that this cannot be 8. Let's see. And then this can't be 6 because there would be nothing higher than it. And this can't be 5, same reason. And then this can't be 3. So this quad restricted this thermo a lot, which is very helpful to see. And I bet this side will do the same. So I know that there can't be a 3 on this thermo, so none of these will be 3. So our minimum would go 1, 2, 4, and then 5, 6. So this can't be a 4, and this can't be a 5. All right, if I'm pulling off 5 and 6, so can't have a 5 on here, making it so this could go 1, 2, 4, 6, and this would then have to be 7. I'm just, what I'm doing there, in case I haven't really explained that well, I was just trying to figure out what could the minimum possible combination of digits that would satisfy this thermo in consecutive order be if I'm missing certain digits from in that order. And then I also have to take a 6 off of here, so none of these can be 6, which means that this can't be 4 because there's nothing greater than it. And then I think that might be all that restricts. This could be 8 if this is 9. This could be 7 if that's 8. Okay, I think that might be all that we've got there. But one thing I'm seeing, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruple. Basically what that means is that this can't be a 3 and this can't be a 4. So this is going to be a 5 and there's a 7. And 5 makes this a 6 and that makes this 8. And the 7 makes this 8 and this 9. So that tells me that there is an 8 somewhere up here. And the 6 looks over, and I know that there's a 6 on this quad, so it's going to be down here somewhere. That means there's also a 6 up here. And then this 9 is looking over. I know that there's a 9 here, and then this is going to be a 6, 8, 9 triple. Okay. I liked that break-in. Pretty cool. Yeah, good place to start. Definitely suggesting good things about this puzzle. All right, let's maybe go try to do some similar things with these super long thermos at the bottom. So let's see, what can I mark this with? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I think 4 is the highest. 2, 3. Why did this? Whoops. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7, 8, and then 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so now let's use what we've got to restrict. I know this can't be 7, which means at highest this is 6. That means that this can't be a 6 because there wouldn't be anything greater than it. This can't be a 5, and then this can't be a 4. And then this, actually, there can't be a 5 or a 6 on here because of the 5 and 6 looking down, which means that this at maximum can be 3, which means that this at maximum can be 2. So this one got more restricted than this side did. Let's see, where to go next? Mm. Oh, here, look. Actually got a 1, 2 pair, actually, well, across this row and across this column, which I could have seen a little bit earlier, but that actually lets me resolve these two squares. So this 1, 2 pair tells me that this can't be a 2, so it's a 3, and it tells me that this can't be a 4, so that's a 4. And then this 4 looks down, so that I know that this is not 4. It's at maximum 3, which means this is 2 max. Yep, and then it also tells me there's a 4 on this side of this quad. I'm going to mark it like that. I think that might be the best way to look at that. So then this 3 tells me that this is a 2 because it was looking down. It also tells me there's a 3 on this side of this quad, and this 2 means that this has to be 1. It's the only thing smaller than 2. This 1 looks up, so this is a 2, and this 2 looks over, so that's 1. And then these 2 1s tell me that this is a 2. And this goes 2, so then this is 3. Then this is not 3. And yeah, I think that's as far as that's gonna go so far. 3 looks over, telling me that I'm gonna put a 3 somewhere down here on this quad. And these 2s look over, so I know there's gonna be 2, well, up here in this row, but not here, because there's not 2 Sudoku digits that are less than 2. So 2 is gonna go in one of these 2 squares. This 3 looks up telling me there's going to be a 3 on this side. And actually, I know what these values are going to be. So it's going to be 3, 5, 6, or 2. And it's not going to be a 2 on this side, no 3 on this side, no 6 up here. I'll go ahead and fill this side in similarly. So it's 1, 4, 7, and 9. And then this is not a 1. These are not 9s. And I think that's truthfully as good as that gets. There's a 3 in one of these 3 cells. Either it's in one of these 2 and it satisfies this quad, or it's here and I would have to fix the quad by putting a 3 in this cell. This one's looking down and this one's looking over, so I know there's a 1 somewhere here. And then this one's looking up and this one's looking down, so I know there's a 1 here. And this 2's looking up and this 2's looking down, so I know that 2's are restricted here, so I've got a 1, 2 pair there. We're doing something similar here, so 3 is looking down, 3 is looking up here, so 3's are restricted to that side. And then I know that there is a 2 in one of these 2 cells, so basically they look down, this 2's looking up, also restricting 2 over here, so this is 2, 3. Which tells me that there's going to be a 2 somewhere down here, because I've got an X-swing of 2's. Let's see what finishes off this quad. So we've got 1, 2, could be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. And this one can't be 3. That's not wildly helpful, but got the rest of that quad. And then what's going on over here? This is 1, 4, 5, 6, and then this one can't be a 1, so this one is 1. And this is a 4, 5, 6 triple. This column. This is not 1. And then these ones look over, making 1. 1 is restricted to these 2 cells, and for the same reason as the 2, I can't put a 1 at the end of this thermo because there's no Sudoku digits that are lower than 1. So 1, 2. Where do I want to go next? Trying to figure out what to fill in here, but I think I'm going to end up marking up too many things because there's nothing really restricting anything from the top. Okay, this is at minimum 4 because 1 and 2 are already spoken for in this box, and 3 is somewhere on this quad. So this is at minimum 4. It can't be 5 either because 5's on this quad, and it can't be 6. Then it could possibly be 7. So this could go 4 or 7. If it's 4, we kind of have a lot of options that could be greater than it. So it could go not 5, 6, but it could go 7, then 8. It's actually not that many because the 5 and 6 are restricted. So it could go 4, 7, 8, and then, I don't know, 4, 8, 9, or 4, 7, 9. These are just the digits greater than 4 that could fulfill that. And then if this were a 7, it would have to go 7, 8, 9. And what this is doing is interacting with this quad. So we're going to end up with a virtual quadruple, or like a virtual like quadruplet. I don't know. Where, okay, so the digits on this quad have to be 4, 7, and 9 have to appear. And the other digit can be anything else, but I know that on this side, in these two cells, I am going to have at least one from this group of 4, 7, 9, if not 2 of them. So I'm going to have at least one from 4, 7, and 9. And down here, I've already got like something resembling a 4, 7, 8, 9 triple. Okay. Not triple, like quadruple. I think I can make the claim that there has to be an 8 in one of these two cells. Because if I were to put an 8 somewhere up here, then the only way to make this thermo work would be for it to go 4, 7, 9. And then I couldn't put anything from this 4, 7, 9 quad on this side of the quad. And then I'd run out of cells to fulfill this quad. So I know that one of these two is an 8. And I also know that I have something from 4, 7, 9 in one of these two. So I've got like a virtual or some sort of imaginary set of a quadruplet that is 4, 7, 8, and 9. That means that this is not 8 or 9. And I really hope that was well explained. But it does mean that I can say that's a 6. And this is an 8, 9 pair. So I did get somewhere. I think that also, because I know, oops, sorry if you dropped my mouse. Since I know that there's a virtual quadruplet here. So one of these comes from the digits 4, 7, and 9, but not both of them. Because if both of them came from the set of digits 4, 7, 9, like if I put 4 and 7 here, then I would run out of potential. Like 4 and 7 would mean nothing can go here. 4 and 9 would mean I don't have an option. Like I wouldn't have a 4 here, wouldn't have 9 here, so this would have to go 7, 8, and then there's nothing here. And then if this were 4, 7, 4, 9, and if this were 7, 9, I would have 7 and 9 here, and then I'd have 2 8s left. So I know there's exactly one of these cells that is from that 4, 7, 9 triple here. So that means that these two are from 4, 7, 9. And I can say that with certainty that there's only 4, 7, or 9 can go in these cells. So what is left? I've got a 4, 7, 8, 9 quadruple across one of these two cells and these 4. And these have to be something else. So what's left is 1, 2, 3. Let's leave out 4 for now. 5. No, 6 was already placed. 7, 8, and 9 are all part of my quadruple. So this is from some sort of 1, 2, 3, 5 quadruple. So one of these cells is from my 1, 2, 3, 5 quad, and one of them is from my 4, 7, 8, 9 quad. Yeah. Do I want to go next? I bet there's something I can do with these thermos, maybe. Hopefully, possibly. Okay, hold on. I can clean this up. I was saying there has to be a 3 somewhere in the top of this box. So first of all, this can't be a 3, because this set of 3s and this set of 3s is looking over. So these are 3s. That was just kind of like mismarked. And then this is also the only place in this column where there's a 3. So this is a 3. And then these are not 3. But that forces this one, this one to be 3 because I need a 3 on this quad. And this 3 knocks it out here. This 3 says can't go there, so it'll go there. So then this is not a 3. And then I'm not sure I can do too much else with that for now. Trying to figure out if I can maybe do anything with this thermo here. So far, I'm not thinking I can. Let's see, like, what are the digits that are left in this this box to complete? I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no 6, and 7. Okay, so that's a ton of things there. But I know that this can't be 7, and this can't be 1, and this can't be 1 or 7. And that has created a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quintuple right here. So I can pull out 1 and 4 here, making this a 7, 9 pair, which makes this a 4 and this a 1. Okay, that worked way better than I expected it to. 4 tells me none of these are 4. And honestly, this could never be 2. The minimum it could be is 3. Don't really want to fill in all the rest of the options in that box. I feel like it would be a lot. Oh, this can't be 4. And then this can't be 5, and this can't be 6. Because if this were 4, there'd be nothing to go in between these 2 digits. So that's just a little bit of a cleanup I can do. And then what? This can't be 5 because there's nothing to be higher than it. 4, 5, 7 is my maximum there. Okay. Oh, and this 1 means that none of these are 1s. Okay. Which means there's a 1 in one of these 2. Which I'll note just in case I need it. What am I missing? Where do I want to go next? Might need to work some with these quads over here. Because I think unlocking this quad will get me this thermo, and same thing over here. So I know that 4, 7, and 9 are on this quad. I know that 4 is not on this side of the quad. And I wonder what other digits go with what we have here, or if there is another digit on this quad other than 4, 7, or 9. If I play some Sudoku, I know that 1 is restricted to one of these 2 cells. We have my 3s, I think, restricted as much as I can get them. I know there's a 4 somewhere on this thermo. And I know that there is a 4 in one of these 2 cells. If 4 were here, then I wouldn't have... Yeah, if I put this can't be 4. If this were a 4, then I would have to put a 4 on this side of the quad to satisfy this quad. But this 4 looking down means that I can't put a 4 on that side of the quad. So this is not a 4. Yeah. Easy. So that makes that means this is the only place in this box where a 4 can go. So this is a 4 and this is not a 4. So I know there's a 7 and a 9 somewhere on here. There's other digits too, so I have to remember that this is not a 7-9 pair. It's just telling me that this quad contains a 7 and a 9, and same thing this way. So note to future self, this is not a 7-9 pair. And in fact, maybe I should be marking it differently so that I will not be tricked into thinking it is. That might help. Yeah, we'll hope that helps. It's a little unconventional, but it'll work. This 4 looks over to make this 7, and then I have to do 7, 8, and 9. That was forced. Okay, so then what are the rest of these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then this one's not a 4. Okay. And this one's not a 4 either because of the 4 looking over this way. So this is my 4. We've got a 5, 6 pair here. And then at least one of these is another 5 or 6. Like, I've got one of these on the quad. I actually think these 2 are going to be the same digit, right? Because I need a 5. I need another 5, 6 on this quad. And whatever's here can't be the same as whatever's here. But these are both 5, 6s, and that's a long way to say this digit and this digit are the same. So this is also a 5, 6 pair. It's just, yep. And then this could be a 7, 9 pair up with my 7, 9 here. So now I've got a 4, 7, 9 triple. So this is not a 4, meaning this is a 4. Oh, okay. So I got one more digit. I've got a quad down here. So this is a 4, 7, 9 triple. The rest of these are going to be 3, 5, 6, or 8. Neither of these are 8 because I know that there's an 8 over here. So this is an 8. And now I've got a 3, 5, 6 triple, which matches up with the quad here. So 8 looks up, meaning this is not an 8. And I know that there's an 8 on this side, but this 8 looking over tells me it's not here. So this is an 8. These 8s are both looking over, so there's an 8 somewhere in here. Yeah, that's all I think I can. Well, I do something down here. Oh, I know that one of these is an 8. Oh, this 9 looks up and tells me this is a 7, and that is a 9. And then this 9 looks down to tell me this is a 7, and then this is a 4, 9 pair. This 7 also looks over to tell me that's a 4, which means this is a 9, and this is a 4. Okay. So then that means to finish out this quad, one of these is definitely a 4, which means this is not a 4, which makes this a 4. Yeah, that was the only place in this box. 4 was only restricted to these 2 cells. This one's looking up, canceling it out, so that's a 4. Which means that this is not 4. It's also not 2 or 3 because both of those are less than 4, so this is 5. And the only thing, one of these values that's greater than 5 is 7. So that means I can pull out 5, I can pull out 7, and then this 2, 3 pair tells me that this is a 1, which means this is not a 1. 2, 3 pair also means that this is not 2 and this is not 3. And this 5, 6 pair means that this is a 2 and this is a 3. And I will take off the corner marks here. All right, we are cooking with gas. We've got 5, 6, and 8 are my options here. Yep. This comes from 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, not 8 because of the 8 in the box. So these are 5, 6, 7, or 9. And this is also 5, 6, 7, or 9. Not particularly restricted, but it's here. And this is also part of that quad, but going in this direction. I feel like I keep saying like quad meaning quadruplet and then quad meaning quadruple, like the clue that I'm actually working with here. So hopefully that's been clear enough to follow along. Okay, I actually now know enough to say one of these is definitely a 7, which means that there's a 7 in this row. And the 7 looking down means it's not there. So one of these 2 is a 7. Which means that this is not a 7. Because these 2 look over and knock it out. Oh, this 4 and 9 means that this is a 7. This is not a 7. It's a 4 or a 9, and it's actually a 4 because we got a lot of 4s looking into this box. So that is definitely a 4. And that means that we've got a 9 somewhere on this side of the quadruple, meaning that this is an 8 and this is a 7. So this is not a 7. This 8 means this is not an 8. That actually means that these digits are going to be the same digit, and then these digits are going to be the same digit. That's not 8. This is an 8. This is going to be a 5, 6, 9 triple with this one in the row. And this is a 5, 6 pair, meaning these are not 5, 6. So now it actually is a 7, 9 pair, even though earlier I made note that it was not, but it is. So we've got some new information, and I can say it is now. This 7, 9 means that this is not a 9. And now I've got a 5, 6 pair across the column, so this is not a 5 or a 6. And we are getting very close to the end, but I do not know where it's going to go next. Let's see, this could be, to finish off this quad, we've got 2, 3, 5, and 9, and then this is not a 9. This one's kind of open. It gets to be what it wants. Currently checking to see if I've got some Sudoku left to do. I already did the 2s and then 3s. 4s are finished. 5s are surprisingly empty. But this 5's looking down and telling me that none of those are 5s, so that's kind of nice. Got a 2, 5. So wait, I was gonna say I have a 2, 5, 6 triplet, but actually I have a 5, 6 pair, which actually makes this a 2. So this is not 2, and then these are not 2, so then this is 3. This 3 makes this a 2. This 3 also makes this a 5. And we'll finish the column with a 9. So 9 looks over to make this a 7, which tells me that this one is a 9. 9 tells me that this is a 7, and then this is not a 7, but it could still be a 9 if I have something repeated the same way that I'm going to end up having a repeat over here. And in fact, I think it is repeated because we've got this 9 looking up. Oh, sorry. We've got this 9 looking up, this 9 looking down, and this one looking over, telling me that this is the only place in this box that I can put a 9, and then we'll finish the box with a 1. This 7 tells me that this is a 6, and that 6 means this is a 5. This 5 looks down to tell me that's a 6, and this is a 5. This 6 means this is a 3, and this is a 5. This is not a 5, so now I'll have a 6, 9 pair. This 6 means that this is a 5. This 5 looks down to tell me this is a 6. This 6 tells me that this is a 5, and this one will look up, so that's a 6. The pair that we're missing here is a 1, 8 pair. And then this is part of a 1, 2, 3 triple. In the row. That's where I was looking there. But this 1, 8 pair tells me that it's not a 1. So now it's actually part of a 2, 3 pair, and this is a 1. 1 looks up to tell me that's a 2. This 2 tells me this is a 3. This 3 looks down. So this is a 2, and this is a 3. To finish this row, we will put in a 6. And this 6 tells me that that's a 9. There's a 6. This 9 is going to look all the way up here and tell me that's an 8. And this is a 9, and then this 8 will look down and say that's a 1, this is a 2, and 1, 8, and then we can resolve this pair over here. So this 6 tells me this is a 5, and that's a 6. And there we go, 3 degrees of freedom solved. Thank you so much to Jeremy Dover for this awesome puzzle. I really did enjoy it. I loved the break-in. Like, I loved the way that this ended up all working together. And it's making me think about what kind of other puzzles I could design with kind of a similar use of thermos and quads, because that's pretty unique, and I liked the way it ran together and kind of pushed a lot at the very beginning. So you had like a really fast start. So I really did enjoy this puzzle. I think the testers were definitely correct. This was really cool. Thank you to BremSter for having me back, and I am excited to maybe solve some more puzzles again. Thanks so much. Bye.